Hey guys, it's Cindy. Today I'm going to be doing the top 5 books that I read in 2018. Okay, so this is, I think, the prompt for day 3 of BOOKMAS. It was the top 10 of 2018, but unfortunately I didn't get that much reading done this year. Right now my Goodreads count is at 38 books, so I felt like doing a top 10 was a little unrealistic because it's like a third of the books that I read, almost a fourth. So I decided I was going to do just the top 5. That just seems like a better number for me. I don't know if all of these books, I believe 4 of them I gave 5 stars and 1 of them I gave 4 stars, but it just really like resonated with me, and I feel like it's a story that I'm going to remember in the future. It's going to like stick with me. So I decided I'm going to go ahead and put that one on the list as well. I am like loosely taking place in BOOKMAS. I am not doing every single day, but I'm doing as many as possible because I want a lot of content for you guys. Like in general, I'm trying to make, you know, my YouTube channel more of a priority. But this list is like subject to change because there is like 4 more weeks till the end of the year. But this was the prompt for the day, so I just went ahead and filmed this video for you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and jump right in. So I guess I'm going to start off with like the 2 more fluffy contemporaries, and I'm going to jump into like the more serious contemporaries, because I don't think I haven't read that much fantasy this year, which is funny because like this is all my fantasy shelf and I haven't read like that many this year. So the first 2 are adult contemporaries. The first one is I believe it was a new release this year, and it is The Kiss Quotient by Helen Hoang. I know this is going to make a lot of people's lists because it was absolutely amazing. I have been thinking of rereading this one as well as the other one that I'm going to mention next for like basically since I put the book down, because I absolutely love them so much. I loved the story, I loved the love interest, and they were both like very cute and sexy reads and like very realistic. They weren't like cheesy or like cringy at all. Like I really liked them. So The Kiss Quotient is about a main character named Stella, and basically she has Asperger's, so she hasn't had much experience with like relationships, especially like the sexual side. Like all the encounters that she has had in the past have been absolutely horrible. So she decides that she's going to contract a male escort named Michael Fan, and he is going to basically teach her everything she needs to know, and it is absolutely adorable. Very, very smutty, so like if you're over the age of 18, pick it up. Otherwise, like I wouldn't suggest. But it is really cute. I love their relationship together. I love the growth of the characters in this book. Overall, this is just like a must read. Like if you are into contemporaries, or if you have this sitting on your shelf, you need to read it before the year is over. Okay, so the next one is a contemporary that I was holding off on reading for the longest time. I don't know why, but when I picked it up I was like, shit, I need to reread that like now. And it is The Hating Game by Sally Thorne. I know this book is like really hyped up, but honestly you guys, it is so worth it. It is really, really good. It is a hate to love office romance, and it's just like, it's really fucking good. They have some really like steamy scenes in it, and I had gave it to my cousin to read, and I'm looking and he only got to page 20. But whatever, he doesn't know what he's missing out on. But it's really good. It's about 2 main characters, another Josh. And Josh and Lucy are basically like assistants to, so they had 2 companies merged together, and they are assistants to like the co-CEOs of that one company now. Am I saying that right? But basically a new position is going to open that is higher up than their current job, so they are trying to fight one another to get that position. And this was just, it's just so good. You guys need to read it. I think 2019 is going to probably start with a reread of this book because it was really fucking good. Okay, so the next book is a adult romance as well, and it is the one that I actually gave 4 stars to out of this list. It was my first time reading from this author, and honestly, like, this book was really good to me. I know she's problematic and like she has issues with her other works, but I really liked this one. It was very heartbreaking. It was very hard to read at times, but I don't know, I just feel like it's a story that's going to stick with me, and it has even like made me see a fault in some of the ways that I have perceived this situation. Like, not that I've ever been, I don't want to like say what the situation is because it's a spoiler to the book, because it doesn't mention it at all in the synopsis, and that's why it's like a very like deeper read than what I expected. But it's kind of made me reflect on the ways or the questions that I have asked even some of the women in my life, and I can totally see how that could come off as like insensitive, and I couldn't imagine being put in that situation and having those same questions be asked about me. And I mean, if you read the book, you know what it is about, but I don't want to spoil it for anyone. But it is really good. It's going, like I said, it's going to stick with me forever. And it is All Your Perfects by Colleen Hoover. I know there's issues with Colleen Hoover, but this book is really good. It does, once again, it's a love story, but it is so much more than that. Like, it's very deep. It has like very real women issues that like haven't been spoken about much in other books that I've read, at least. So I really like this one. And it is it opens up with like these two people meeting because their significant others are sleeping with each other, and then it picks up from there, and it kind of alternates perspective between the present and their love story up until like where they're at now and what's going on with their relationship. And I really enjoyed this one. Alright, so the next two are YA novels. The first one is a magical realism novel, and it is Summer of Salt by Katrina Leno. I really love this one. I read this for Contemporary-a-thon this year. It is very magical, very whimsical, and it is so good. And not to mention, like, Katrina Leno herself is absolutely amazing. I took a picture of this on my Instagram, and she like commented on it and stuff, and it was like really cool, and I actually got to like DM her for a little bit, which was like really cool. But it is about a family that lives on an island, and basically the women in the family have magical powers, and before the age of 18 they always come about their powers. It is about a story of twin sisters, and one sister has had powers since she was like really small. She doesn't know her life without powers, and the other sister is about to turn 18 in a couple of days and has not developed any of her powers. It is very dark, very hard-hitting, so it has a lot of elements of abuse, sexual abuse, rape, animal abuse. So it's like, it's very dark, and it's very short for like the impact that it has. So definitely do not go into this one thinking that it's just going to be like a fluffy, cute contemporary, because it is like so much more than that. And I really love this. I was not expecting anything close to what I got from this book. The last book is one that was sitting on my TBR for over a year before I read, and I am so late to this bandwagon, but I'm happy I read it when I did, because the movie came out this year and I read it right before I went to go see the movie, so I was happy about that. And that is The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas. I know this is like everyone's favorite book from last year, so I'm like a year late, but I mean, I'm sure you guys have read this. This is absolutely amazing. I cannot wait for her second book to come out in, I believe, February. This book was very well done. It's like a way like longer contemporary, but I absolutely flew through it. And even though I was like in the biggest reading slump of my life that week, and I really loved this story. It made me laugh. It made me cry. The movie was very well done. They did change quite a bit of things, which always happens in movies, but this book is amazing. Like, do not procrastinate on reading this book like I did. Like, you just need to pick it up, no matter the age that you are. Like, well, obviously not if you're that young, but you know what I'm saying, like adults, everybody, just like pick this up and read it, because it's very, very, very relevant to what's going on in today's society, and just how disgusting people and situations have gone, and it's just, it's really good. Okay guys, so those are the top 5 books that I have read of 2018. Let me know what your top 5 are down in the comments below, because I would love to discover more books possibly to add to next year's TBR, because I do have my TBR for the rest of the year, which I hope I can stick to. If you guys are partaking in Bookmas in any kind of form, either here or on Instagram, please let me know. I hope you guys have a great day or night, and thank you guys so much for watching. Bye!